What's up guys, Jason Heine here for the Emulator review, coming at you once again with another video. I recently took a trip to Portland, Oregon. As most of you know, Portland is my hometown. I was born and raised there, and a suburb called Clackamas. Yes, I went to the UPS store today to ship out a package, and the lady couldn't pronounce it, and I think it's hilarious because it is kind of an interesting one to pronounce. It's called Clackamas. C-L-A-C-K-A-M-A-S. It just screws people up all the time. I love it. So anyway, I did take a trip up there and it was a fantastic time. It was just a quick, short, 4-day little trip. Went up there for several reasons, but mostly just to see my brother's band play. My brother, younger brother Kyle, he's also a drummer, and his band is named Stone the Murder, and they played at a really cool venue called the Doug Fir in Portland, Oregon there. Great little venue. It's like walking into a log cabin. I really do enjoy it. Actually, one of the better venues that I've attended and seen a band play at. So it was an excellent show. We had a really good time. And so, of course, when I'm in Portland, I want to incorporate several different things like arcade hopping, visiting a couple retro shops. I honestly didn't have time to do everything I wanted to, but the time that I did have, it was well spent. So the first thing I want to get into is that about 6 or 7 months ago, I heard that there was an arcade at a nearby mall. This was my childhood mall. This is the Clackamas Town Center. I used to come here on the bus before I could drive. I would take the bus out and ride it down, and we would just hang out. As kids, you know, you just hang out at malls, kick it with your friends, whatever. At this time, as you can see, it's just a big food court here, and it's all been remodeled. A couple of years ago, they remodeled it. But this used to be a big ice skating rink, which you're looking at right here. Now it's a 2-level food court. It's crazy in there. And of course, to the right here, we have a movie theater. I don't want to get into the history of the mall because it's kind of irrelevant, but there used to be a theater, then they took it out, then they put another one in, then they remodeled it, and la da da da. But now they have a really nice Century 21 theater in here. And of course, I heard that there was an arcade in the theater. Also heard there was an arcade lower level by Sears. So I went on the lookout. But first, of course, the theater, it was next to me, caught my eye. So as we see, we have the Starcade here, and as I instantly see, like, my radar is going crazy. First I saw H2 Overdrive. Look at that, twin cabinets there. So I was super excited. I walked up to the guy and I was like, hey, can I get to the arcade? Because it was all roped off. You had to buy your ticket, show your guy your ticket, he then validates it and then lets you in. And he's like, yeah, don't tell anybody, but yeah, go ahead. So what a cool guy. So he let me in. Of course, you can see here, had a whole bunch of newer games here. Fast and Furious, H2 Overdrive, of course. It did have Guitar Hero Arcade, had a couple others. Had some air hockey, some here and there. And they had the Pac-Man Galaga multi-cabinet over there. So it wasn't the biggest arcade, but definitely had some good gems in there. I mean, H2 Overdrive is like the cream of the crop. I was very thrilled to see this. Of course, played a few rounds, and then I headed out, bounced out, because I knew there was another arcade, according to Gamester81, who told me, and a bunch of friends texting me and calling me about 6 months ago saying there was a new arcade that had opened up. So away I went just to hunt for it, to hunt it down. And I obviously came at a pretty good time, because hey, look who else is here. That's right, the Easter Bunny. Oh, he's just so adorable. Of course, getting sidetracked by and distracted by other wonderful shops, such as this. I don't even recall the name of the place. I think it was called Extreme Toys, I believe. But I mean, come on. Look at this. RC cars, helicopters, planes, boats, four-wheel buggies, all sorts of excellent RC goodness in here. Man, I wish I had a whole lot of disposable income to spend on stuff like this. I would be going crazy. So, really cool shop here. So I go ahead and continue on with my journey, and I go to the location where I'm told that it is, and there's another shop there. Some stupid, like, embroidery shop, you know, where you put I love you on mugs, or take a picture of your child and put it on a mouse pad. Yeah, a place like that, and I walk in and ask him. And I said, was there an arcade here prior? And the guy behind the counter said, yes, there used to be, but the embroidery business is a much thriving, better business, so we are here now. And I look at the guy and I go, I give your business 2 months max, dude. Gosh, what's up with some people, you know what I mean? Could have just said, yeah, there used to be one, but it's not anymore. That would have been fine. Some people. So anyway, I hope his business flops. So I turn around, head back towards the food court because, well, what else are you gonna do when you go find an arcade that's closed up? You're gonna eat your pain. So I head on up, find one of my favorite restaurants to eat there, In the food court, taco time. Sit down, have a couple crisp meat burritos. I know. But you know what? When you're on vacation, the calories don't count. So there I am having my crisp burritos, and I take a look, and they have a Ferris wheel. They have a little merry-go-round. They have all sorts of stuff in there now. It's just crazy. There used to be an arcade in there. Really nice remodel. The mall looks fantastic. It just takes me back to my childhood when I used to hang out there and play in that grungy, dirty, smelly arcade. What wonderful times that was. I sure do miss it. But look at this girl's face, this little girl's face. Just priceless. She's just having such a great time. I was sitting there eating my burritos, just laughing. I couldn't believe it. Because I used to make faces like that on little Ferris wheels like that. So here we are, excited for day 2. I wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed and head out the front door to gray skies, rain, and gloominess. I'll be honest with you, I don't miss it at all. I think I've actually seen diesel exhaust the same color as those clouds, and that, my friends, is depressing. And in no way do I mean any disrespect to any of you Portlanders. Remember, I was an Oregonian for 25 years myself. Portland has a lot to offer everyone, young and old, like Subways that carry sugar cookies. So before I hightail it out of there, I'm gonna head into Subway to see if they have my beloved sugar cookies. So let's go check it out. As I make my way in there, I can just smell them. Sure enough, there they are. 3 left, and they're all mine. Hightail it back to the car, sit down and enjoy what I traveled 1,500 miles to get. I mean, you know, I meant to do other things there too. You know, I'm just saying, you know, I mean, while I was there, why not, you know, have some sugar cookies, you know, whatever. So as the sun finally decides to peek itself out from underneath those clouds, I head down to ground control, where I meet up with my cousin Derek, Dirty Dongles, and step cousin Justin, XGS Justice. Ground Control is a classic premier arcade and one of Portland's best. This type of venue is what a lot of people call barcades. They incorporate classic video games, a full drink and alcohol menu with sometimes food, and also incorporating music and DJs. Ground Control has over 60 classic video games and a total of 27 pinball machines. There are 2 levels of gaming goodness in this place, and they definitely pack them in. As you can see, there are a ton of games in this place. Definitely some classic and also modern pinballs that are a lot of fun. And how can you go wrong when they have one of my favorite arcade games, Killer Instinct, in there? It was, however, in a dedicated Killer Instinct 2 cabinet, but nevertheless, it's definitely there in the flesh. I had a blast hanging out here in Portland with all my friends and family. Definitely a good time, arcade greatness. I did visit a Wonderland. I didn't film anything there. I was there just a real brief time. I also went to a few video game shops locally in town, so I did pick up some games. I got some Game Boy Advance, PC, GameCube, and Dreamcast titles that will be included in my next Recent Retros pickup video. So again, you guys, thanks for hanging out. Portland trip was a success. We'll see you later.